Hello there and welcome to MAT 231 Calculus 2. I am Professor Strong and I'm going to be your instructor for the next 8 weeks. So welcome to class. I hope everyone's having a wonderful summer and I know we're going to have a wonderful 8 weeks in this class. So the purpose of this video is to get you started and to just tell you a little bit about the nature of this course. First of all, this is something new to Paradise Valley Community College. This is what is referred to as an online hybrid course. One of the many new modalities that have been developed as a result of the pandemic. So what is a hybrid online course? Well, first of all, in a normal 8-week summer school course, you will meet either in person in a classroom or in a live online environment 4 times per week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. In this hybrid modality, we're only going to be meeting 2 times per week. So we only meet half as much as you would if we were meeting in person or in the live online environment if you've taken one of those courses already. So what this means is that you as a student are going to have to be doing a lot of work independently on your own. Just like if this was a completely asynchronous course. An asynchronous course is a course where you don't meet with the instructor at all. If you've taken online courses with many other universities, you do not meet at a scheduled class time at all. Everything is done independently online on your own time. So this is somewhat like that, except you have the advantage of meeting with me 2 times per week. But in that 2 times per week, that's not nearly enough time for me to teach you all the material, answer your questions, and to make sure that everybody is understanding what we're doing. A lot of that has to be you're taking the time to make sure that you are doing the work and understanding the homework. So that's a little bit about what this course is. So let's take a look at getting started and what you need to do to be successful in this class. So first of all, let's go into more. And because you're watching this video, you are already obviously in more. And you have clicked on the Getting Started, read this first announcement. And so I start off by telling you a little bit about what a hybrid course is, which I just did. And then getting started. Here are some things that you need to do immediately. Download the course syllabus and the schedule. And you've dealt with course syllabi and schedules through many of your other courses. If this for some reason is the first course you've ever taken, the course syllabus gives you a lot of important information about this class. The schedule simply tells you what we're going to be doing each week. Read the instructor contact information in introduction and locate the WebEx link. And I'm going to show you where those things are in the course information resources. So to get to the course information, we're going to scroll down to course information resources right here. So that would be, if we close up this Getting Started announcement, course information resources is located just below there. Click on that. You have the course objectives, course syllabus, and schedule. Make sure that you read these, download them if you will. You don't need to, but it's a good idea to do that. And then there's a lot of other important information in here. The textbook information. Now the textbook is a free online textbook. You do not need to purchase any textbook or any other resources for this class. Desmos is something that we'll be using extensively in this class. If you've never used Desmos, you may want to look at the Desmos tutorial and download the graphing calculator onto your laptop. WebEx meeting information. Here is the link, and here are some videos that you might want to watch if you've never used WebEx before. Instructor information. Here is my email address. This is where you will contact me. Some information about how to contact me, and then a little bit of information on my background, which I think you should read. Then some information on tutoring, some handouts, and a program that you can use to convert to PDF. Then down here, we close that. There are the class forums. And one of the class forums is the personal introduction forum. Click on that. And then click right here on personal introduction. Read these instructions. And then when you're ready, click on personal introduction. And then add a new thread. and write your personal introduction in this space. Put your name up here. Just put your first and last name, and then tell me a little bit about yourself. I want to know what your major is, what your hobbies are, why you're taking this class, what your career aspirations are, whatever interesting things you would like to share with myself and with the rest of the class, because this is a public forum. Everybody will be able to read that. All right, so let's go back to getting started. So once you've done those things, here are some things you need to do to prepare for the first class. Integration review video. That is a little video that I put together that tells you a little bit about what you learned in Calc 1. When you were introduced to integration in Calc 1, you went through this procedure of finding the area under a curve using Riemann sums. And as you let the number of rectangles approach infinity, you end up with something called the definite integral. So watch that video and make sure that you understand that, because that is the basis of so many things in Calc 2. Many of the applications and the techniques that I'm going to be showing you are going to refer back to this basic procedure that I identify in this integration review video. Then another thing that you learned in Calc 1 was integration by substitution. Now, this was probably something you did on the very last day of class. And I know students don't really absorb much of what they do on the very last day of class. So I have 2 lecture videos where I go through and do a lot of examples of integration using substitution. I am not going to be going over integration by substitution. I expect you to know how to do that. And there's also an integration using substitution with trigonometric functions. So you should watch all of these videos and make sure that you understand them and that you can do integration by substitution before the first class. Then also, the first 2 topics that we're going to be going over the first week of class, section 1.2 on the average value of a function, and section 2.1, area between 2 curves. So what you should be doing is reading the textbook for those sections, completing my class notes for those sections, and watching the video lectures for those sections. And I will show you where all of that information is located. Then finally, here's another link. This is the WebEx class link that we will be using. And some very important information about achieving success in this class. Please read this and make sure that you understand it and make sure that you do these things, right? I will be telling you constantly how to be successful in this class. It's up to you to listen to me. It's up to you to follow my instructions. If you do the things that I tell you to do, I guarantee you, you're going to be successful in this class. If you don't, it's going to be a very difficult class. All right, so let's take a look at some more things that are in more here that you need to know before you get to the first class. So this course is organized by week. So you want to click on week 1, and in that there will be an announcement, news and announcements, which I will update for every week. And then these are the topics that we're doing this week. There are 4 of them. So you have to remember that in a normal 16-week class, I'd only be doing 2 topics. In an 8-week class, I have to double up on that. We're going to be doing 4 different topics. That is a lot of work. That is a tremendous amount of work. You guys can do it if you follow my instructions, do the things that I'm telling you to do, and you really are coming into this class prepared to work hard. Even in a normal 16-week class, Calc 2 is a very difficult class. So in an 8-week class, well, do the math. So usually my experience is students who take Calc 2 in summer school understand what they're getting themselves into, and they are prepared to work hard and do well, and most people do. So for each one of these topics, let's just go to area between a curve. The layout is going to be the same. It starts off with the learning objectives and then the required reading. So if you click on the required reading, it will take you to the textbook section in the OpenStax textbook. And then the materials for success. The materials for success always start off with my class notes. So if you click on class notes, you're just going to get the blank notes with nothing written in it. And what I encourage people to do, especially in a traditional in-person class, is to download my notes and take notes as I'm going through the materials in class. But you don't need to do that because this is online. The class notes with solutions is I have filled out all of the notes for you. All right. And then even better than that, I take my class notes with the solutions and I've made videos out of it. So these 3 videos, part 1, 2, and 3, really take the place of a lecture. So what you should be doing before every class is watching these lecture videos. Now, the nice thing about a lecture video as opposed to a real life lecture is you can stop it and rewind and go back and over it as many times as you want. But to learn this material, the crux of this is going to be my class notes and these lecture videos. And then I have some other videos which are not lecture videos, but they supplement my lecture videos. All of these can be found on YouTube. I have my own YouTube channel. And you can click on these and this will take you right to my YouTube channel. Then following that is the homework assignment. And then the live quiz we may or may not be using in this class. And the group work, we will occasionally be doing group work. And if we do, I will be giving you instructions. But the homework is very important. Every single topic will have a homework assignment. And I'll explain more about doing those things when we get to the first class. So prior to the first class, I ask you to go into section 1.2 and 2.1 and to read the textbook, download my class notes, review the notes with the solutions, watch the lecture videos. Those are the things you should be doing prior to the first class for section 2.1 and for section 1.2. 1.2 is relatively short. So just watch these lecture videos, and there are no other videos, and attempt to do the homework. All right. So I know I've gone over a lot of things in this video, and make sure, again, you've got this getting started announcement. Make sure that you watch this video and go through all the instructions and everything that I have in here, and come to the first class ready to get to work, because we will be getting to work right in the first class. I'm going to spend a minimum amount of time going over this information because I'm going over it now, and I'm expecting you guys to be watching this video, downloading the syllabus, reading the syllabus, going over the schedule, coming to class with questions about these things, because I will not be going over it in class. We're going to be getting right to work in section 1.2 during this first class. Alrighty, so you have my email address. Once again, my email address, if you go into course information, you go to instructor information. Right here is my email address. If you have any questions prior to the first class, email me and I will get back to you just as soon as I possibly can. Well, I look forward to working with everybody in this class. Yeah, it's me again. I look forward to working with everybody in this class. And I know it's going to be an enjoyable summer. My only hope for this summer is that it's not as hot as last summer. Because as you can see, I'm working in my garage. This is my office. And in July, it gets rather hot in here. So you can see the fan behind me. I'll have the fan on and stuff. But this is where I make my recordings. This is where I'm going to be doing class. Anyway, that has nothing to do with anything you need to worry about. I will see you in class. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Bye-bye.